Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot Your Love Story for the month of November 2019. And this is for you coming from Libra. First, let me give you my email address andyhoro9@gmail.com. Send me an email and I'll reply to you. The first card that I'm going to pull will have to do with your first 15 days of November. And I'm going to talk to you about your ongoing romance or the new one that you might find in the first 15 days of November. For you coming from Libra. All right, this is the card of knowledge, which means that if you find a new romance in the first 15 days, you need to be very much wanting to do some research on this person. So the knowledge of this person would be very, very important. From this card, I worry that that person that you might find for a new romance could be very aggressive in the approach, or very hot tempered, or very argumentative. So you have to do that research before you give your heart away. If you have an ongoing romance, then to keep the peace, don't be confrontative, don't be provocative with your words, don't show temper. Take the soft approach, which means use words which are soft, a tone of voice which is soft, a body language which is soft. Otherwise, things are going to explode into your face and you're going to regret what you say and what you do. Remember that. Now, about marriage. Let's see the first 15 days of November for you coming from Libra, what this says. It's a card of Venus, and right on top you can see the sign of the planet Mars. So there's warfare, basically, the warfare of words or action. So you don't want that warfare. You want the Venus to bring the nice sexuality from you, that nice admiring things, the way you can say things. So all you need to do is not to show your temper or aggressiveness, and things will back off. But if you show your aggressiveness in your marriage, the first 15 days will create a lot of differences between you and your marriage partner. Just remember that. Now about the last 15 days of November. And let's see what the card says for you coming from Libra. This is for the last 15 days of November. And I'll talk to you about a new romance that you might find. And it's not going to be a good one at all. There are many problems shown in this horoscope. There is the domination. There is a tendency to be secretive, either from you or from this new romance you might find. So don't give your heart away very quickly. Take your time, do some research, because this card also shows that arrogance is also shown. So many things you are inheriting a new romance which is very troublesome and is not going to be very compatible. If I use this card to talk to you about your ongoing romance, I would say all you need to do is not to be dominating, not to show temper, be cooperative, and you will soften the the last 15 days of November, and they will become much better. So take the soft approach where your ongoing romance is concerned, and you'll do much better. Now about your marriage and family for the last 15 days of November. Let's see what the card says. All right. One of the things the card says is that it's going to be money that is the source of wanting to take charge and control. And in your marriage, tell yourself to allow that. Why shouldn't you? And to share the news about finances, because that seems to be the source of the problem in the last 15 days of November where your marriage is concerned. And these same planets will create disharmony by bringing arguments and unnecessary words said. So it's you listening to me. So the less words you say in the last 15 days, which might provoke your marriage partner, the less you say would be better. And now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky ages for you coming from Libra. These ages with the card is going to reveal will make somebody very, very lucky in areas of romance and marriage. Right. And if you happen to be the ages of 14 or 23 or 32 or 41 or 50 or 59 or 68 or even 77, you're going to be very lucky in the arena of love, whether in the romance area, the marriage area. You'll be the lucky one to get what you want for whatever you're chasing as well. And if you're not of these ages, I suggest you have a 90-minute session with me, which will cost you USD 50 based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. We'll talk about that later. Now about caution for you coming from Libra. All right, from this card, I would say that those of these ages which I'm going to mention now, you have to be very careful whether in romance or marriage. And if you happen to be the ages of 19 or 28 or 37 or 46 or 55 or 64 or 73, then be very careful what you say. Be very careful what you do, because in the area of romance and marriage, things can explode right into your face and you will regret what you have said or done. Be careful of these ages. Now I will talk to you about colors. Let's see what colors the card would promote to bring more love possibilities and harmony in marriage. And the signs of Uranus and Mercury. So I'm going to go for white and silver colors. Try to contact white and silver colors, whether in your clothing, whether in anywhere else. And when you touch these colors, you're going to get the special aura that will attract people to you for the sake of a romance and to make your marriage happy as well. And now I'm going to talk to you about an attachment. So let's see what the card says. An attachment means somebody being very interested in you or you being very interested in somebody. And who would that be? And this is a card of Pisces. So I'm going to talk to you that somebody from Pisces is going to show a lot of interest in you, obviously for a romance. And if your ongoing romance partner is from Pisces or your marriage partner is from Pisces, that would be a good one. At least for the month of November, there'll be a lot of harmony. And you will also show interest in somebody from Pisces. Now we will talk about a direction. Well, 9 planets are placed around Earth. So when we look left, right, or straight, we are going to face, for you coming from Libra, a direction. Well, this is a card of the setting sun. And so I would say that facing west for the month of November is going to inspire you a lot and give you an aura of inspiration, which you can use looking for a romance or helping your marriage as well. Face west. And now whether the AM or the PM of the days in November are going to be lucky. Well, the card says now what? This is a card that says the AM period of days in November would be luckier for you where romance and marriage is concerned. That would mean from 12 midnight to 12 noon. That's when you should make your move to get the romance or the marriage going perfectly well for yourself. Well, I have a 90-minute session. And during these 90 minutes, I'll talk to you about your next 7, 8, or 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, looking at your palms. And I'll give you a lot of information, your lucky colors, your lucky gemstones, your lucky days, your lucky directions. I'll give you and show you how to create your own personal lottery numbers. And I'll show you how to reach that supernatural energy that we all have, that you have as well. How to reach it is the point. And that will cost you USD $50 to have this 90-minute session with me based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. So send me an email to AndyHoro9, ANDIHORO 9, the number 9 at gmail.com. And I'll come back to you as soon as I can. Until then, have a good month. Thank you and goodbye.